So with 2024 reaching its end, I thought to end off the year, I should make a special video just ranking my top 5 favorite extremes of the year. Now, to set the record straight, the only rules I will have going into this is 1. Obviously, the level has to have been released in 2024, and 2. The level has to have been rated. I'm not including any unrated levels on this list. So, before we actually start this top 5, I want to give some honorable mentions. For example, Based After Based is a phenomenal top 15 Extreme Demon that was verified a couple months back, and was one of the first levels in the recent unique duel gameplay trend to pop up, and therefore it has some of the most unique duels you will ever see, paired with just such a fresh decoration style that really fits the song and the level. But sadly, this level could not be added to our top 5, as it's currently somehow not rated, which I don't get at all. I mean, originally this was literally the number 5 level on this list until I realized it's somehow not rated, so yeah, that should speak for this level's quality. Another honorable mention is the Yandere. I think it is a great sequel to the Yandere and is just a major improvement and more polished level, but it just isn't at the level of the top 5 on this list, so I also couldn't add it. Lastly, a couple levels that I thought had a chance to get on this list are Tailstall and Find the Answer, but they're both unrated, so I sadly couldn't add either of them, especially Find the Answer, because just keep in mind, if this actually got rated, which at the time of I'm recording this, 2024, it isn't, this would have been number 4 around there on the list, but sadly it's unrated, so I can't add it. Anyways, that's all the honorable mentions, so now let's actually get into the top 5. With Based After Based and Find the Answer not being rated, it means that the level to take their place on this list is Rainbow Girl by Loom. This is not only the only level on this list I haven't made a review on, but it's also one of only 2 levels that isn't a top 150, which is definitely not the norm, usually. But in my opinion, this year has been crazy for the top 150, so that kind of leads to this being one of the only levels that isn't a top 150 that's in the top 5. As for the actual level, it's basically just a bunch of bonker effects on top of bonker effects that add together to make one of the most epileptic, chaotic levels I have ever seen. It also has some form of theming with flowers that give the level some kind of meaning and adds just a bit of depth. Overall, this level is just a really good way of implementing insane visuals, and isn't higher on the list because I just don't have much to say about this level other than what I've already said. It's definitely a really good level, but it just doesn't have enough going on with it to give it that really high rating, and it's more of a showcase of cool visuals rather than a level I can actually try to bond with, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I still have 4 more levels to talk about in a bit more detail than Rainbow Girl, so let's get into the number 4 spot. Waterfall is at number 4 on the list, but the crazy thing is, this level could have ended up way higher. I feel like the level has kinda lost its eerie feeling since the first layout showcase we got, but even with the final product looking a bit generic, I still think Waterfall is phenomenal. The beginning sections especially still hold to that original layout feeling and are some of the most atmospheric parts we have ever gotten in a level all year. The song as well is probably my favorite song used in Extreme Demon in 2024. It's just so intense and you can feel the cold for the song, it's just so peak. The use of red glitchy effects throughout the level paired with just the amazing end screen also all just adds up to make a beautiful experience, and overall, while there is some divide in opinions on Waterfall, I still think it's probably my favorite level made by Cherry Team, and I still think it is deserving of a place on this list at the number 4 spot. At number 3, I have Anathema. Now, this might actually be weird to say, but for the most part, I actually don't like this level as much as Waterfall. The reason it's higher though is actually because of how much of a lifesaver this level was for the Dedication series. This level pretty much fixed every single minute issue I had with Renovan and Allegiance, with it having so much more colors, so much more unique styles, so much more gameplay, so much more atmosphere, everything looks so unique, the designs, the whole 9 yards. It was just a major improvement from a series that honestly I thought was kind of mediocre, and on top of all that, it has, in my opinion, the best song in the Dedication series, and overall, it's just a masterclass of how to do a finale to a level series. While the level doesn't hit the same highs as Waterfall in my opinion, I do believe that this is honestly the best sequel to a level we have ever had. Yeah, not just 2024, I mean the best we have ever had, and for that fact alone, I will put it above Waterfall at number 3. Plus, it was verified by my favorite player, WizKid, the GOAT, so yeah, I'm a bit biased. What are you gonna do about it? It's number 3, it's my list. So at the number 2 spot, just missing out on the top spot, I have Menace by Manny Heffley. And I know, another top 150, I really did mean it when I said most of the better levels this year were demonless material. And Menace is definitely an example of this, because not only is this level by far the most impressive one on this top 5 list, as the gameplay, song, and decoration were made by the same one creator, but this is by far the level with the most personality put into it than any of the levels on this list. The way it manages to actually tell a story of morality is crazy, because this is a GD level, it's a drum chest level telling an actual deep story. That is absolutely bonkers to me, and the creator of this level, Manny Heffley, cooked up some of the most unique gameplay I have ever seen for this level. I said I was getting overwhelmed with unique duel gameplay when I was talking about base after base, but I did make an exception for this level, as Manny kind of started the trend of these really unique duel segments. I'm not saying he was the first to do it, but I'm just saying it's been a very popular thing to have really cool unique duels in your levels after Menace released, so I will give some credit where credit is due. So this all kind of comes together to create, in my opinion, the best level on the Demon list in 2024. I wish Manny so much luck on future projects in 2025, and if you're watching this, I hope you know that you were probably my favorite creator in this year of 2024. But anyways, we have one more final level that takes the top spot, so let's get right into that level. Clock Tower by the Purgatory is my favorite level of 2024, and is probably not a surprise if you've watched my review of this level. The Purgatory is known for making remakes of popular extremes, but if I'm not mistaken, Clock Tower is an original work, and oh my days, is this by far their magnum opus in my opinion. The sound design and use of sound effects is the best out of any level I have ever seen in 2.2, and that's really weird considering that the Purgatory was getting bashed previously for their use of sound effects in Dark Dimension, but gosh, the step up in quality in this level is absolutely amazing, and the song matches the atmosphere to a T. The decoration is just so fluid and feels so majestic, and the clocks in this level are made beautifully, especially the ones in the backgrounds. I could go on and on and on about how amazing the gameplay and how fluid the animations are in this level, but you get what I'm trying to go on at. Clock Tower is just personally my favorite level of 2024, and of course my favorite extreme of 2024. And if you're at the skill level, I highly, highly, highly recommend checking this one out. It's around the mid-tier extreme in difficulty, and I just couldn't recommend it more. What an amazing level. Good job, the Purgatory. Good job. Anyways, this is the end of my top 5. I don't normally do videos like this, especially premiering a video like this. That reminds me. Hi to everyone who's actually watching this as it premieres. But yeah, while this isn't the norm, I wanted to do something special to end off the year, as I didn't really do anything for a Christmas special video or anything like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video more than my other ones. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Discord server links in the description as normal. And yeah, peace.